it
in recent years.
it was weird too. At the beginning of the year, I was like, oh, the Eastern Conference actually looks pretty good. Like for the first like 10, 15 games. But then after those first 10, 15 games, you have everything kind of stabilized and everybody gets everything figured out. And I look at this, I'm like, all right, well, Philadelphia, I don't even really I don't see them going to the Eastern Conference. They're not taking off Brooklyn.
No.
Brooklyn's the only serious team coming out of the East this year. Everybody else is a mid-level team that just so happens to be in the Eastern Conference. Like the
Yeah.
fourth place team in the East is 23 and 22, and their
But
name is the
yeah,
Charlotte Hornets.
yeah.
Like,
But I
fuck.
mean, to be fair, I think like the East is going on an upswing because you have teams like the Hornets, Knicks, and Hawks who were not in conversation with playoffs past years, and now they're like middle of the pack. Like,
Mhm.
and they got young players, they're getting better, and they will be more competitive teams once they get if they can bring in those free agent all stars.
The Eastern Conference is definitely a more competitive
Oh yeah,
conference. You know, you don't have that dominant team. You don't have those dominant four teams in the conference, and everybody else is in the East. You have everybody minus Brooklyn and Philly. You
yeah,
know,
and minus the Cavs, Magic, and
yeah,
Pistons. Those
because
teams.
like if you just look here, Charlotte Hornets can fall out of the playoffs. They're in fourth. They can
Yeah,
fall out of the playoffs if they lose 3 games, and everybody
the
else wins.
Raptors could go on a run and come back in the playoffs, even though they've
Okay,
won
there,
one
buddy.
game in March.
Okay, let's just take it down
I
a
don't,
level. Calm
I
down.
don't
Let's be
understand.
realistic here.
I don't understand what happened. The Raptors had a bad start. They started playing better, winning. Actually, a lot of people are saying COVID because I don't remember. I don't know if it was Fred VanVleet or Pascal Siakam said they lost 15 pounds when they had COVID.
Hmm.
So it definitely affected them to a point where they're not playing very well. But that team is garbage now.
Yeah. I think it was Jason Tatum was talking about because he had COVID at the beginning of the year,
Yeah,
and he was talking about how it was like he still kind of feels like the lingering effects of like his cardio still isn't the same, and that's insane to think about that.
yeah. Like
I mean,
these are
granted, this
top
is like a
level
month ago I heard
athletes.
about this, so maybe now he's fine though. But like,
Yeah,
I do accept the notion that this is definitely a harder season to play in than normal circumstances,
especially like
especially if you play in Toronto and you're not actually like your home games are still away games
your home
because you're
games are
playing
in
in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, so it's like I respect that. I hate on the
It's just
Raptors, but at the end of the day, they're in a really shitty position. Worst
yeah.
not
I mean,
all.
it's just a shitty situation for anyone. Like you should have just got COVID last off season, so you didn't have to deal with it during the season.
Now we're
So
thinking, Tyler. We all, we all should have just got COVID a year ago, and now we're all
I
good
mean,
to go.
I've been okay with if I got COVID since it's come out. Like I said, hey, I'll fucking get it. I don't give a shit. I haven't gotten it yet. This is bullshit.
Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't gotten it yet.
I'm not. I've known 3 people who've gotten it. That's it.
Really, that's about as many known I've known as well too. Like,
Like people that I
you know,
actually know and talk to.
yeah. I'm at a point now where I'm not really like scared of it. I mean, last few months I haven't really been
I mean,
scared of it. I'll do whatever precautions I have to do to avoid it, but at the
yeah,
end of the
for
day,
sure.
I'm not like.
I couldn't care less.
That's
Anyways,
fair. Okay,
Heat
so
get Victor Oladipo for Kelly Olynyk, Avery Bradley, and a 2022 pick swap
I like it.
for the Heat.
The Heat.
The
All thing,
Rockets.
all
I
things
think
considered,
they
the
thought they were
Rocket.
going to get a lot more for Oladipo, which
Yeah.
I surprised they didn't. But he hasn't played that great there,
Um, and when you think about it, for James Harden, they basically got Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley.
and a shit ton of picks.
True. But I don't know, man. I like the trade for the Heat. Obviously, the Rockets better than nothing because Oladipo is going to walk, so they might as well get something for him.
Yeah,
Um, I like it for the Heat. I don't necessarily know how well Oladipo will fit into their system, but Eric Spoelstra is a smart coach. I really like him, and I think he will be able to use him very well in the offense because that's what they need right now. They have a good defense.
yeah.
They're a grind 'em out team, and I think just having that extra offensive threat will definitely benefit them in crunch minutes, which will then be able to give them a few more wins, especially come playoffs as well too.
I mean, hey, yeah, they made a run last year without him. who says they can't make a run again? Like, I can't see them making a run, but even if they do, and they make a run to the championship again, hey, who knows? I can't see it winning, but you never know.
Mm. And like granted, Kelly Olynyk is a big loss for them because he played a very good role for Heat. He knew his role and he did it really well.
Yeah, for sure.
But in all honesty, though, like I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, and like in my mind, the way it's kind of stacked up and what I saw from the Heat last year come playoff times, they obviously thrive in the playoffs. I am going to say that I see the Miami Heat as a bigger threat in the East come playoff time than Philadelphia and Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee, I don't even consider that
No,
much of a threat anymore.
I see them if they lose second round, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
They've be honest. That's it. They
it
got worse
wouldn't
this year.
would not
Like
surprise me one bit actually.
shitty handling of their team though.
Hey, I said at the beginning of the year, I think they got worse this year, and I've only been proven right so far.
You are right with that one. So the Mavericks made